Good day, fellas. I hope you're ready for your extra daily dose of skill, and today we are going to be gaming with GSOR 1010. People are requesting this tank in action, you will get what you are requesting. Listen, the last time we have played with this mother trucking tank was back in 2024, and I must be honest with you, I do not like this tank, okay? The tank is pretty much paper, and at this point in time, if I don't like the tank and the tank is paper, it is very, very, very difficult to be gaming with a vehicle and overall to, at least for me, to enjoy myself. One more thing to say, the tier 8s are seeing usually 50% bottom tiers. That means that most likely you are going to be bottom tier than a top tier or equal tier, which is kind of a sad bit to be playing tier 8s to begin with, right? But nevertheless, we will try to give it a proper go and we will try to do our best. So the first matchmaking looks absolutely insane in the most positive way possible, right? The gun handling of this tank is good from what I remember. 360 alpha damage, 218 millimeters of penetration, and let's get real, you want to have more penetration. So APCRs is the right ammunition to use, at least in my opinion. But once again, that is only me. Beautiful accuracy, very, very nice hit. Now we can see the links making a hardcore pressure like a crazy mother trucker, and I'm very, very well aware of that. So that basically means we need to relocate from here. And I'm a bit paranoid about the ELC even 90 because this mother trucker could be sitting somewhere around this area, and if he does, we are sitting in quite a bit of the pickle situation, if you know what I mean. But luckily our Arias made a decision just to go in and just to show the dominance. Good. While Arias is taking one for the team, we are trying to get involved properly over there, and we are trying to support him to the best of our ability. Well, our ability wasn't that great, we supported him for a shot, but listen, a bit of support is better than no support, I can tell you that much. And now, all we need to do, we need to be playing somewhere around this area to keep enemy spotted, and on top of that, to do some damage whenever we have a chance to do so. Now, don't expect us to not to get spotted, especially whenever we are shooting, right? We are going to get spotted all the time, and I have a feeling, and I have a feeling that ELC even 90 is sitting in this line of the bushes here because I'm not getting spotted. So what that basically means, we need to be very smart with our actions and with our decisions. One more thing to say, this vehicle is definitely very similar to the Concept 5, and if you enjoy the Concept 5, there is a chance that you are going to be enjoying this vehicle. But for me, for my liking, this tank is just, I don't really see the potential. If I want to play with something like a Sniper Schnitzel, I would rather play with some kind of top tier triangle than playing with this, right? And once again, the armor of this tank is non-existent. So, you know, dream on about bouncing something. I don't really enjoy the mobility of this vehicle as well. And what do I mean by saying that I don't really enjoy the mobility? It feels kind of slow, fellas. It definitely feels kind of slow as a tank, especially whenever you are turning. Now, speaking about this game, I believe I do not need to highlight that we are sitting in the very, very big poo-poo hole, and the situation is absolutely awful. And all we can do in this type of situation, at least in my opinion, we can try to punish enemies next, I do not know, 3-4 times, and after that the game will be over. And purely, you know, once again, we can talk about the game balance and matchmaking forever and ever, but I think it is very important thing to say that ELC even as a light tank should not meet any other light tank but ELC even. It's just how it goes. It's just how it goes. Nevertheless, once again, with this tank, you want to be a sniper schnitzel. You know, I don't feel like I am doing anything bad in this type of situation. As a matter of fact, I think that we are playing to the best of our ability, and this is the proper way to play with this vehicle at this point in time. Okay. 2 to 8, welcome to the World of Tanks in 2026, fellas. No. Any mistakes at all, please? No mistakes. No mistakes from the enemy side. Just simply no mistakes, and there is nothing what I can change about this. Ay, 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 ay. Well, that is unfortunate, isn't it? That is definitely unfortunate. Okay. At least one extra shot. That's good. Can we get one more? And another extra shot. Very, very nice. If we are going to be lucky, we may get 2 more. 2 more if we are going to be lucky. One, good. And one more for a full happiness. I can see that ELC. I can see that ELC. Good. I regret absolutely nothing in this type of situation. The point being is that sometimes you will have losing teams and there is absolutely nothing what you can change about this. Which is quite sad, you know, all of us want more equal games, but with wargaming negligence at this point in time, it's not going to happen. So, what can I say? We can always buy more loot boxes, fellas. We can always buy more loot boxes, right? Especially if we are not very happy with the game. Anyways, looking into all of this, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, we finished everything with 2,700 damage and 400 assisting damage. We played well, we did everything properly. Enemy light tank outspotted everyone, which was obviously the great game. But we are not looking into the enemy light tank, we are looking at ourselves. Top by the damage, top by experience, we made 70,000 profits. It felt okay, and we have done the things properly by sniping from the back. Let's keep it up. Okay, round number 2. As expected, bottom tier, that is okay, that is to be expected and that is understandable. One more thing what I forgot to highlight about this tank, that it has a very bad camo, right? The camo of this vehicle is quite weak. I really need to highlight this. And what weak camo means, whenever you are sniping, you are risking for the biscuit more than usual. Let's say it this way. Meanwhile, our ELC is having the best time of his life. He is taking one for the team, but it's very hard to hit this little bastard, so he should get away with this type of gameplay, right? At least that's what I want to believe. Meanwhile, in the same time, enemies should be having someone sitting in this typical bush. At least that's what I want to believe, and we are not spotted. So what that means either the gentleman is sitting right there, or either there is no one sitting in this bush. Apparently no one is sitting here. Okay, that is an interesting stuff. So maybe someone is I'm all the time spotted. That makes sense. That makes sense, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just simply all the time spotted. That's why I am not getting spotted. We solved the mystery, Sherlock. We definitely did. Okay, what that means enemies have the ELC even 90 sitting in this typical spotting bush. Not a big surprise. It definitely doesn't surprise me by any shape or any form. And what we can do Vaka just spotted us, it's okay. What we can do, we can try to go for a blind shot right about here. There is a big chance that we are going to find a decent enough angle to just simply slap him for his mistakes, right? And that's exactly what we are looking for. Now, one more thing to highlight, fellas. This tank is created, at least in my opinion, for sniping. And the point being why I don't think that this vehicle is that great and that awesome is just purely because there is significantly better snipers in the game, you know? And if I really want to be sniping, why would I play with this whenever I can play with a Su-130 PM or Scorpion as an example? You know where I'm coming from? So for me, it's just not the tank that I would recommend for anyone to get. Although I'm not going to lie, I know that this vehicle has its own fans, right? Or there is plenty of the folks who appreciate this tank. I'm not one of them. I just don't see the selling point. I don't feel like, yes, this is the tank I would love to be gaming with or I would love to be playing with. And once again, the whole concept of this tank is like playing with a tier with the British wheeled vehicles, right? Once again, ability to relocate, the gun for sniping and whatnot. I understand all of this, but for me, I just feel like there is significantly better tanks that are being played the same way. Hopefully that makes sense what I'm saying, and hopefully you understand it. And hopefully you understand it, folks. Okay. Meanwhile, Arias is making pressure. Arias will destroy us. Like, straight up. There is absolutely nothing what we can do for this mother trucker that we could defend ourselves or something, you know? Arias is just superior over this vehicle. I cannot even outspot him. I cannot penetrate him. Man, Wargaming did good job balancing the new line, honestly. Very good. Okay. What we can do at this point in time, we can try to relocate completely, because this is only one way how we can get some more use. I see that ELC, even pesky bastard, I cannot do absolutely anything about that. So we are just simply going closer to the red line, and this is going to be another defeat. It doesn't change the fact before defeat will come that we should be able to get a couple more shots there and there. At least that's what I am hoping for, and that's what I would love to see, right? In the end of the day, our mission is to do some damage control in the end of the day. If we can clearly see that the team that we have is just simply bad, we cannot chase the damage for obvious reasons, right? At least we can have a safe defense parameter and do a couple of more shots before the death will come. And I can promise you that death will definitely come. There is no alternative option. Death is always looking upon us in this situation, right? That's okay, doesn't really matter. We got extra shot and 2 to 15. That is World of Tanks. I am not going to be cherry picking games, fellas. I am not going to be doing that. You are seeing the real World of Tanks here, which is quite sad and pathetic, not gonna lie. But as you can see, all games or most of the games are imbalanced, and plus on top of that, playing with a tier 8, you are getting yourself, or you are being yourself a bottom tier as well, quite often, which is quite ridiculous if you would ask me. But that is the game, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. That is the game that every and each of us are playing. Absolutely nuts. But in the same time, you know, I just must admit that this vehicle is not my tank, so, you know, it definitely doesn't add a bit of the positivity from my side. Anyways, 2,500 damage, 90 assisting damage. I don't even feel bad with this performance. And we got 14,000 profits because I was spamming gold left, right, and center. Anyways, one more, let's go. Okay, last but not least, once again, we won lottery for ourselves. We are playing as a bottom tier. That means we will try to go on top of the hill. Hopefully we will be able to get some use. The spawn is very, very bad. I believe as bad as it can get, but hopefully we will be able to go on top of the hill without bigger issues and without bigger problems whatsoever, right? Fingers crossed. I would love to see the game whenever we are doing like 3,500 damage or something like this, but once again, I understand where we are sitting at and what situation do we have whenever we are playing with this vehicle. But the point being is that we don't really have any other choice just to go on top of the hill, at least in my opinion. Luckily, Arias did not manage to punish us so hard. That is a very, very good stuff. Very good stuff. And now we can clearly see that enemies has a lemming train in this side, but you know, once again we are feeling all right, we are feeling great. All we want to do for the time being, we want to make sure that every and each Arias that is playing aggressively will take one for the team, and we are going to be just fine, fellas. Relax, take it easy, no panic, nothing. All we want to do, we want to get into the good position from where we would be able to slap them, making pressure. I mean, this Starva is sitting in quite easy spottable position, at least that's what I want to believe. So, at this point in time, we are just waiting until Starva will fire. Whenever Starva will fire, we should be able to spot him and punish him instantly. That's what we want to see. Beautiful tracking damage, excellent. Very, very, very good start for the game. Extremely good start for a game. Now, we need to keep in mind that they have plenty of the sniper schnitzels in the back. I have no doubts whatsoever that they have plenty of the sniper schnitzels in the back, but nevertheless, we need to play smart. We cannot make some silly goose mistakes here. Oh, almighty Jack Pease the Junior, good. Arias is flanking, not a big deal, I can see him. But my mission is to try to find a good angle for this light tank. Okay, we are being flanked by the big margins, fellas. I need to figure out how I could get involved here. Okay. I like that. Good, 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 good. We are going to go for seconds, at least that's what I want to believe. Okay. Not the easiest way to do the things, but we are trying to do our best. We are trying to do our best. Relax, take it easy, we are okay. Good, good, good. Once again, eyes widely open. Instead of crying, just trying to take our nuts in the hand and just making the stuff work. Even though it's not so easy and it is not so simple, we are just doing our best. Okay. Scusi. Very hard to turn with this vehicle. I need to tell that straight, fellas. Where the mobility goes of this tank, it feels like once again wheeled vehicle should be significantly faster. Significantly faster, fellas. At least it feels like this to me. Nevertheless, very, very good. We are playing extremely well, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. In this game, we have made a very big pressure. And I think that it definitely paid off. And if we would not play as aggressively as we did... If we would not play as aggressively as we did, the situation would be definitely different score-wise and everything else-wise. Anyways, all we need to do... Ah, brain fart, brain fart, brain fart, brain fart. It could have been significantly better than this. We had like 3 triangles to farm. For some reason, I thought their Hashem relocated, and I did not even realize that I did not have a shell. But you know what? Once again, my mistake. Not much what I can change about this. I'm happy with this game. Honestly, that was a good battle. Let's see the score. Oh, would you look at that, fellas. We are coming back with a solid victory, finally. 3.2 thousand damage, 1.6 thousand assisting damage. We are first by experience, we are first by the damage, and we made 90,000 profits. Not my tank, fellas. I can tell you that much, this vehicle is not my tank. In the end of the day, I'm glad that we had at least one decent game, but it's just simply not my vehicle. And I want to believe that most of the people won't enjoy this tank, but that's only me. Anyways, we are coming back with a whopping 33% win ratio, but the score is 2.8 thousand average damage and 700 assisting damage. And once again, I'm feeling pretty proud of myself. How did I played with this game? Hopefully that will help for us. And overall, before opening your wallet for anything in the game, right? Remember where the tier 8s goes. You are bottom tier most of the time. That is always the thing of consideration. And after that, I would highly recommend to ask yourself, do you enjoy the game? If you enjoy the game, buy whatever you want. It's okay. If you don't enjoy the game, there is only one way how the game can be fixed, and you simply not paying for a game because you don't enjoy it. You can play it for free, but you don't need to pay for it. Hopefully that makes sense, and hopefully you understand what I mean. Anyways, love you all, thank you very much for everything, and see you very, very soon. Skill is out for today. Peace.